Why, hello there everyone. I'm Laxo, aka the Kumo Sensei. Minasan, ohayo gozaimasu, and I hope everything's going well. And today we're working with one of our last two females of our Carabena versicolor, the Antilles pink toe tarantula. And yes, this marks female number 5 of 6 that we have. So this is coming to a close, and next week will be the last female for the Carabena versicolors. So we're getting there and we're almost done. Thank goodness. So if you just want to see the insertion when the male pairs up with the female, skip to this time frame right here. So now let's continue. I do have plans of updating my females once we finish pairing up, the last two Carabena versicolors. So this one and then one more next week for next week's video. And then I'll do an update video wrapping up some of the females that I've paired and what's been going on and whatnot. And I will show you the X-Ack, but I usually try not to bother the female whenever she has an X-Ack, because if you stress a female too much, they can actually pretty much eat their own X-Acks out of stress, or sometimes they just do it out of second nature. We don't really know why, but pretty much you want to keep stress as minimal as possible. So I'm going to show you guys my green bottle blue female with the X-Ack. The other two that I've paired, one of them is indeed gravid, and then the third one is getting there. So I don't know exactly when they'll drop, but I'm just going to say any day now for my second female. And the third female, well, she's getting there. Her abdomen is getting bigger, but no eggs yet because I candled her last week, and upon candling her, there's no eggs yet, but she's getting there though. But female number 2, she will actually drop an egg sac anytime now, so I'm just actually waiting. Now I'm gonna say this, and I'll say it again. I don't make promises when it comes to getting babies until I see the end product, because like I said, just because we have an egg sac does not guarantee we'll have, good babies or babies in general. So essentially, I don't really make guarantees as in we can breathe out and take a breather, not until we see actual babies that are ready to be separated. But until then, I'm pretty much prepared for the worst. So even though this is going in a positive direction, we always got to prepare for the worst, right guys? Now let's hop right back on into the Carabena versicolor pairing. So this male actually goes 2 rounds with this female, which is honestly pretty cool because I believe this is the first time he went 2 rounds, I think. I don't remember exactly from the past, the other 4 previous breedings with the other females, but he does go 2 rounds in this video, which is honestly pretty nice because that at least gives me a bit more assurance that he made good insertions. Now going back to what I said, we gotta prepare for the worst. And the worst is that we don't get egg sacs at all, which is why I'm prepared for the worst. So 2 of my Carabena versicolor females that I've paired earlier on this channel, they have eggs and whatnot. Now they stop eating, and I'm expecting an egg sac soon. Like I said, when it comes to female tarantulas and when they're gravid, you can't really give an exact date or an exact time frame as to when they'll drop an egg sac. They'll make an egg sac whenever they're ready. So I'm just waiting any day now. You gotta be patient with these guys. You can't really rush them, I'll tell you what. It's really just time, honestly. Patience is key, or virtue. So stick around and let us see in the future if we will get a good egg sac or not. So please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and stay updated to the channel. I upload pretty much every single Friday here on the channel, so please feel free to do so. And if you want to support me as a tarantula breeder and content creator, and you want to see the more unedited versions of videos and whatnot and updates, please support me on Patreon. Links to everything is down below. So allow me to answer a question that somebody has asked, and this question is pretty specific. Well, actually is a bit open-ended, so it's kind of hard to answer. And that question is, how do you condition females after a pairing? And the honest answer is, it depends on what species we're talking about here, guys, because not all tarantulas require the same care. But in general though, if we gotta generalize it, essentially you want to keep the female pretty much in a place where it's stress-free, and you also want to keep the female well-fed with a full water dish, if you have a water dish that is, and also move her enclosure to somewhere where it's darker or somewhere where the light is very dim. That's how I keep all of my tarantulas in general, which pretty much makes them less stressed out because the areas that I keep them in is very dim or dark, and tarantulas are nocturnal, by the way, so it pretty much helps a bit more in my experience. Now when it comes to like stimulating the rainy seasons, increasing humidity and the moisture levels, I tend to do that a bit later on after the pairings. So one thing I noticed is that new beginner tarantula breeders, they typically just pretty much stimulate the rainy seasons pretty much instantly. I don't really like doing that because it pretty much puts too much of an instant shift into the enclosure's humidity or moisture levels. So for me, I find that you want to acclimate it. So for me, I pour a certain amount like every week to every few weeks or every month, depending on the species. Different species have different requirements. So I can't really give you a specific, unless you're species specific here, which people ask questions that are way too open. It needs to be more specific to a species for me so I can help you guys. But I hope that helps a little bit for some people, I guess. I don't know. But tell me what you guys think though. As an experienced tarantula breeder, I hope it can give you a little bit more of an insight, I guess. Now this is just how I do it. I don't want to preach it like it's the only way to do it because let's be honest, there are different ways of doing it. Different breeders have their own methods, ways, and, knowledge when it comes to breeding tarantulas. For me, I just do what works for me, guys. So take this with a grain of salt and don't be monkey see, monkey do, okay, guys? So whatever you see me do, you don't have to do what I do. But overall though, everyone, it's very difficult for me to teach you guys of like everything in tarantula breeding that I know because it's so much, I don't want to say it's complex, but it's so specific of how I do it, which is why I would like to have an apprentice so I can teach them and pass down everything that I know onto that individual. A YouTube video alone isn't enough for me, honestly. I feel like experiencing it yourself goes a long way, but the apprentice and everything, that will be for the future. As of now, I gotta work towards my dreams of trying to actually get a facility of some place or something of the sort. But without further ado, this pretty much wraps it up around here. And with that, everyone, I'm Laxo, aka the Kumo Sensei. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay updated to whenever I upload here on the channel. I upload every single Friday, and support me on Patreon, and follow me on my social medias. Links to everything is down below. And with that, stay lax, and Laxo out from the Kumo Sensei.